Hamburg, Germany. 100 years ago, Hamburg was the world's third largest port and a thriving European city, but suffered greatly during World War II. During Operation Gomorrah in 1943, over 60% of the houses and many historical buildings were destroyed.
This is one of those cities where even many of the things we see have been restored.
And now Hamburg is Germany's second largest city, being the home of world-famous brands like Nivea, Airbus and Montblanc pens. In this video, I'm going to see how much of the city I can show you in less than 24 hours. We will explore some history you may never have heard of before. And we will go on the hunt for Germany's best schnitzel. Let's get cracking.
Second best of my life.
We begin our day walking around the Außenalster, or Alster Lakes, taking in some of the great scenery and wander over to the Hamburg Rathaus, or Townhall.
The buildings here, they're beautiful and you definitely get that European feel.
If you have the time, the nearby Church of St. Petri has the tallest viewing platform in all of Hamburg. However, sadly I didn't have time to go there myself on this trip. Going towards Hamburg Station, with the main street Lange Reihe, or Long Line in German, home to many great bars and restaurants, including here at Café Uhrlaub, where I'm going to try my first German schnitzel.
So you found an awesome place to try our schnitzel. This right here is the second best schnitzel of my life, only topped by my beautiful grandmother's schnitzel. The food here is amazing and definitely worth the 30-hour flight just to have a beautiful schnitzel.
Nearby is the beautiful St. Marien-Dom, one of the few churches not to be leveled during the Allied bombing. Next, I decided to make my way to the Old Town, Altstadt, which houses many of the great attractions in the city.
So now I finished that wonderful schnitzel. I've come down here by the riverside to take in some of the other aspects of Hamburg. So in a second, we're going to see the Church of St. Nikolai, and these churches are absolutely colossal.
In fact, the history of St. Nikolai's church is quite complex. Once the second tallest building in the world for many years, in some ways it was the church that was never meant to be. Built in 1195, it burnt down in 1589, collapsed in 1644, burnt down again in 1842, and was once again destroyed by the Allied bombing raids in 1943. It was then rebuilt in another area of the city, and what we are visiting today serves as a reminder of the casualties of war. Down the road is St. Michael's Church, the largest church in the city, and one which was also destroyed a number of times. 3 in fact, once by lightning, once by fire, and once by Allied bombings. Below the church is a crypt, housing almost 2,500 of Hamburg's past residents, one of which is Karl Bach, the 5th child of Johann Sebastian Bach. If you don't remember who his father is, maybe this piece will jog your memory. What is forgotten is that his son Karl was actually a musical legend in his own right, with his works and essays studied intimately by Haydn, Beethoven and Mozart, who went on to say, "Bach is the father and we are the children." His most famous piece is Solfeggietto. To conclude our tour, we finish in the Speicherstadt area, which is the world's largest warehouse. Originally built in 1883 as a place where merchants could trade goods without paying customs, the buildings appear to be floating on top of the water, supported by timber and oak foundations.
If you're in Hamburg, it's near the miniature museum. So once you come down here, you can really take in what is quite an engineering marvel when it was created. The technology is super advanced. It's genius.
Whilst we were at the port, I wanted to share the story of Captain Gustav Schröder and the MS St. Louis. Known as the Voyage of the Damned, the ship sailed for Cuba from Hamburg in 1939 with almost 1,000 Jewish refugees. When Cuba accepted less than 30 of them, he refused to return to Hamburg until a number of other countries agreed to take the passengers.
907 Jewish unfortunates without a country permitted to land in Belgium after 5 weeks of suspense afloat.
His actions saved over 700 lives, and believe as we conclude this video, his story and all those who lost their lives were worthy of mentioning. The city of Hamburg truly remains one of Europe's most unique cities. No matter where you go, there are still confronting reminders of the past, combined with wonderful modern elements that make it a must-see for anyone traveling Europe.
So I hope you've enjoyed today's video here from Hamburg, Germany. I'm going to sign off, but make sure you like and subscribe. In the meantime, auf Wiedersehen.